You know, since Kurt Russell is in this, couldn't they have called it Rig Trouble in Louisiana? No? I like it.
Hey boys, I'm gonna go take a leak. You guys good?
I got you, buddy.
All right. What the hell is he doing?
That ain't good. Hey, Jason, are you seeing this?
Deepwater Horizon is the true story of the greatest oil disaster in U.S. history. Stars Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, and many others as they bring to life the horrific events that happened on that oil rig. Do they do it in a way that is compelling to this true life tale? Well, let's take a look. 5 things you might want to know about Deepwater Horizon. First thing, I'll just say it. The answer is yes. It absolutely worked for me. I think a lot of this has to do with the director, Peter Berg. He tells great stories. He's really got a knack for it. He finds the pieces he's got and he uses them effectively. I think there's a real authenticity to his work and you feel it here. These were real people in a real situation and you don't feel like these are as much performances as they are an honoring of what happened in those moments. I get the sense he used a lot of the real people. I didn't read that anywhere. You just feel like these are people who were there, who know what's going on, and they fit the situation. And you know what that does? It makes all the emotion work. When it feels real, it gets inside you, and this movie definitely does that for me. Another big part of that, the performances. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is good. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise. We've seen him be a good actor before. I don't know why we keep being surprised at this, but his performance here is very compelling. Blake Lively is great. Kurt Russell is wonderful. He has such a presence on the screen. And like I said, even all the players around them add to the authenticity, add to the reality of this, and you find yourself in this moment with these people. And I think it makes the movie work very effectively. I also have to mention the effects work really well here. The amount of explosion and fire and shrapnel and water and everything that's going on here, the oil, the mudding, all that kind of stuff, it just feels real. And I don't know exactly how they did this. There must have been some on location on an oil rig. There must have been some CGI. The best compliment I can give the movie is I don't know which was which because I just felt like it was a real place and the effects did their job. I love it when a movie surprises me like this. I really enjoyed this movie, if you can't tell. I'll add one more thing into the positive column. I love seeing heroic stories, and I love it when a movie can play the heroism in a very real way. What I mean by that is our humanity isn't all extremes of good and evil. And I thought this movie very well painted the greed motivations as properly incorrect and evil, but not, mustache twirlingly so, and the heroism as properly heroic and not super heroic, but very humanly heroic. And I don't always see that in these kind of movies, and I really appreciated it here. Okay, let's get to the part where I tell you what I didn't like about the movie, and I think it's a fair criticism. I think it over-explains things. There's a lot to understand about how oil rigs work, and this movie tries to tell us all of it. I don't think it had to either. That's the problem. I think in a movie, you can just go along for the ride and understand, okay, things are going wrong. You can touch on it here or there. We can buy in. We get it. We know what's going on. In a documentary, yeah, let us know all that stuff. But I think there's a need here to over-explain things that wasn't necessary. Overall, though, Deepwater Horizon, I think, is a great movie. Tells an amazing true story in a very compelling way. I loved it enough to give it an A-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. We'll get to the Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. But first, want to let you know how to connect if you want to connect a little deeper. Here on YouTube, you can watch other reviews or support the channel. Just click the little I button right up here. You can also connect on Twitter. My name's Aaron Dicer, Aarondicer. Follow me on Twitter. I do a poll every week. You can pick one of the movies that gets reviewed here on the YouTube channel, or we can just chat movies. Also do the podcast if you want to subscribe. It's SiftPop, SiftPop. It's a weekly pop culture podcast. We have a lot of fun. We would love to see you there. All right, on to the best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category. Also try to identify my choice. What is the best Mark Wahlberg movie ever? I mentioned he's been in some good ones, given some great performances. What's your favorite? Put it in the comments. The guess for mine, the clue for mine, I should say, is the one whose title is based on A Christmas Carol. Not the movie A Christmas Carol, but one of the Christmas carols. I hope that helps you out enough. Take a guess at mine in the comments. Leave your choice there as well. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit subscribe. Just click the logo right down in this corner.